Hello everybody, Martin here, back with match number 2, playing Doomsday in Vintage. Got our butts kicked pretty quickly in the first match versus Mentor Therapy. We've won the dice roll again here, and we're on the play. Again, we get pretty explosive 7-card hand, but can't really keep it because there are no lands. So let's mulligan. We get a 6-card hand with no lands. Our opponent also mulligans to 6. We have force, like in case, like if I was on the draw here, I'd be tempted to keep this with the scribe, but on the play, I think we have to mulligan. We get this. This is fine. Keep the preordain on top, and I think we just end up going like Delta Go. Because that way we have force in case they try to do something unladylike on turn 1. Bazaar of Baghdad, so it's Dredge. So this doesn't feel like that's pretty, like that's good for us. Let's ponder. Well, so that was actually awesome. We found the Doomsday, so we can go Dark Ritual Doomsday. We have the force, and I don't think they can win on turn 1, but on their turn 2, but I could be wrong. Actually, they probably can. What am I saying? So we have to hope that the force is enough to get us there, and then yeah, just I mean, we'll win if we get our draw step. They might have misstep. I think actually Dredge plays misstep in this format, which is pretty nutso. So I guess they're drawing to get there. So it might actually be extremely relevant that we have the force. They've been 3 Grave Trolls. Okay, so they'll be dredging a lot next turn. Okay, so they had the misstep. Let's hope they don't have a second misstep. They have force as well, so it's like pitch dredge. Alright, well, I mean, we can't do anything about that. So we pass and assume to die. Let's just expand this area here. So there was an Archamoeba. They've hit Therapy, Dread Return, Double Dread Return. They've hit an Archamoeba, 1 bridge from below, right? Or is it, no, yeah, just 1. But then they also get to dredge from their draw step. What's this? Dragon Lord Culligan. Yeah, it makes sense. Give all of your team haste. Prized Amalgam is a funny one. They're playing Life from the Loam. Wow, that's cool. So they dredge on their draw step, but don't hit more bridges. So they can flash back their Therapy, and they'll get 1 token. They have 2 cards in hand. I mean, that could also be draw spells, I suppose. So 3 missteps in the graveyard. So, and what did they pitch? They pitched Probe. So do we concede here so they don't know it's Doomsday? I think we don't. I think we just hope they don't name Doomsday, then hope we draw a Lotus or Ritual. So I don't think they have any more plays this turn. And then we just, yeah, Infernal Tutor. I don't think that card is played in Vintage. Okay, pass the turn. Thing is, I think they'll get to prized amalgam. They'll get to dread return next turn, right? There's a Flusterstorm. So next turn they'll get Icarid back. They can. It's like if they hit another bridge, they can start like just going nuts. I don't think we have like even remotely have a chance here. But let me just see what they do, just so that you can see what they do. So Icarid. Oh, maybe they don't have they don't have any other black creatures. Icarid says black creature, right? Yeah, exile. They only have the 2 Icarids. So suppose they could have dredged in response to the Icarid trigger to get like then they could exile the Stinkweed Imp, and the Skullgary Thug. Alright, so Elish Norn is in the bin, so like we're losing now. Did not. Yeah, they hit another bridge, but it doesn't matter because like they can double dread return, I think, even without that. So let's just concede. So what they'll do is they'll dread return their Dragon Lord Dramoka, or sorry, Kolagainen, and then also dread return Elish Norn. They'll like beat the living daylights out of us. Yeah, I mean, we have Flusterstorm, but they've hit therapy, so I'm going to concede because there is no way back from here. Alright, well, let's see here. We have the 4 ley lines in our sideboard. They are our hope here. Gosh, I've never really played against Pitch Dredge before, so I'm not really sure how to prepare for this, so to speak. So we need to take out some cards here. Gush seems a little bit weak because it requires us to get either a fast bond in our opening hand or like into like turns 3 to 4 kind of thing. So maybe we can shave a Gush and shave the fast bond. I think we need our counter magic, don't we? Or yeah, we need, because we need to protect ourselves. Like when we try to go off. Maybe misstep is not that great. It only really hits their missteps, but I suppose they are going to be bringing in answers for our ley line, so that could be like Nature's Claim, which misstep hits. So I'll shave a Preordain. And maybe like basic island. I think we can afford to shave a land. Wow, this feels kind of scary. Let's hope we get lucky and hit a ley line. We want to play first, sure. Okay, well, I don't think we can ask for much more. We have ley line, we have land, we have blue cards, we have combo pieces. So yeah, let's keep. Let's see if they mulligan. They don't, so I guess they have the Bazaar. So we get to start with this bad boy. I think we want to ponder here. Or do we? Like, thing is, if they misstep us if we probe and they misstep us, then it's like, do we dare ponder? Because that leaves us potentially without like blue card for Force of Will. So if we just ponder, but it would be really nice to know what they have. I think we lead with ponder, and then we can probe next turn, because I doubt that they will be able to answer our ley line this soon. If they misstep this, then so be it. Yeah, I don't hit this. I don't want the Trop. I want the Flusterstorm and the Delta, so let's go like this. So if they get access to our hand, they won't know we have Flusterstorm until... because, yeah, we don't have it. And that's advantageous for us. So there's the Bazaar. So unless they have, yeah, okay, Probe. So they are playing Probe. That makes sense. So they get to see our force, but not our incoming inbound Flusterstorm. So I think that as long as this leyline is in play, they can't do anything like to win the game. But I could be wrong. I could certainly be wrong. So they exile some dredgers. So they're digging for answers or have already found answers for the leyline. All right, well, let's pass. So there is their ticket to killing the leyline, the mana producer. So I think we're going to Flusterstorm because they might also have stuff like Wispmare, which is a creature with the evoke mechanic, so that can be Flusterstormed. So Bazaar does not tap for mana, so I think we should be good here. So they're fighting back. So they have Misstep. And if they have another Misstep, and then also have Force, then okay, then we can't do anything about that. If they have a way to counter this Flusterstorm, I'm gonna force the Nature's Claim. Although, I suppose there's a world where we top deck another land. I know Trop is on top of our library, but like another Underground Sea or fetch land. And then just go Doomsday, probe into Doomsday, light probe into Gush. Gush into what? Right. No, I like forcing here. So yeah, let's fetch out Underground Sea to clear the top of our library. Hopefully not draw that like a trop. Empiric Tutor is pretty nice. Well, I mean, I suppose it depends on what happens. Man, it's really scary that they get to run like blue counter magic out of a Dredge deck. So they have Wispmare, I guess. Yep, they have Wispmare. So we lose our leyline. And I don't know, like... Okay, let's see what goes in. They don't get to dredge this turn, or this time around, which is nice. They might have another Bazaar in hand. So that these are, yeah, okay, they do. But now they don't have a dredger in the yard, which is nice. So now they're just like cycling stuff into their yard. So then they got a dredger. So we get to Vampiric Tutor here, and we get to go get a Dark Ritual or a Lotus, and then cast Doomsday. And that way they can't really get to interact with us because, like, Bazaar Baghdad is negative, like, double negative, right? Or I guess not, but it's just like -1 card, so they can't get to sit on a counterspell. So I think unless they can like really just kill us on their one turn they get to dredge. I mean, they'll get to bring in... No, they don't get to bring in Icarid. I guess they do if they activate Bazaar first. But, because we'll drop to 15 off the Vamp and then 7. So, I mean, it's a close shave. But I think this is our play, right? Alternatively, we just get like a recall and hope for the best, but I don't like that more than this. So get Dark Ritual because it doesn't really matter if it's Dark Ritual or Doomsday. We're not, or sorry, Dark Ritual or Lotus because we're not doing it. We're not doing anything after the Doomsday. Okay, so let's see. We want the recall. We want the Lotus. We want the Lab Man. So we're gonna draw recall, cast it, draw Lotus Lab Man. Brainstorm, I guess. And then brainstorm for the win. Is that what we want? Or gush. So draw recall, cast recall, draw Lotus, gush, maniac. It's like, unfortunately, we can't get to a piece of disruption as well. Which is unfortunate, but yeah, I think gush I like. Guess it doesn't really matter. So yeah, let's just cut the brainstorm, doesn't matter. The last card is going to be a blank. So we'll put brainstorm, then gush, then Lotus, Labman, recall. Drop to 7, pass the turn. Hope for the best. But yeah, they have double Bazaar, so actually we are probably... See, this is... Yeah, they didn't do that before. They need to activate Bazaar in response. So... Narcomoeba... Yeah, we actually have to get kind of lucky here. So they... Narcomoeba... They did... So far, they didn't hit Bridge from Below or Dread Return or another Icarid. So we're only taking 3 from that one Icarid unless they on their draw Dredge hit like a bunch of good stuff. Let's see. They hit Bridge and Narcomoeba, and they have a therapy, so they can make some tokens, but they can't like make it matter. And our hand doesn't matter. So yeah. Oh, but they have more. Yeah, sure. I forget. I'm a noob. Hit double Bridge, Narcomoeba. Still no Dread Return. So that's critical for us. Sorry, this screen is getting like all messed up. Prized amalgams galore. Yeah, did they hit any of their... They hit Elishnorn, so they could like, if they had hit Dread Return, they could have made Icarid into a 5/3, but that still doesn't kill us. They would need to hit Dragon Lord Kolaghan to give their due taste. But luckily for us, they didn't hit any of the stuff they needed. They have 0 cards in hand, so we should be good to go. They named Lab Man with their therapy. So they can flashback another therapy. They should definitely do that. They don't know if we need the tendrils in hand to win. I'm not missing anything, am I? Any flashbackable cards? Yeah, we have 6. We have no moves. So stuff goes out, stuff comes in. They have Rift Stone portals, so their lands tap for white or green. I guess so that their Bazaar of Baghdad's can tap to destroy, to make Wispmere, but that would require a graveyard, which wouldn't be there if there was some enchantment to Wismere out, I guess. But anyways, let's do this. Make blue with the Lotus, cast the Labman, and float, and draw with Gush. And we win. Alright, well, that felt close. The only thing I might want to bring in here is the duress, I guess. I think I feel pretty good having maybe 5 like like 5 counter spells that do not counter Wismere is a bit much. Maybe I can cut a misstep counters there. Misstep though. Close call, right? Now let's just go with what we've got here. Mind you, we were on the play, we got one of our sideboard cards, and we still almost lost. And they mulligan to 6, but we get our leyline, get some lands. Yeah, we're keeping this for sure. Can go turn 1 duress, and we aren't that far off cruising. They're mulliganing to 4. They just need their Bazaar of Baghdad. Down to 2, down to 1. Okay, well, this is looking good for us. Do you mulligan a 1-card hand that isn't Bazaar? I guess not, right? Okay, they can see. Wow, that was a bit of a flat anticlimactic end, but I guess that's sort of the name of the game with Dredge, right? They just mulligan until they get the Bazaar, and if they don't get it, then this happens. So I mean, I I hope that was somewhat enjoyable. At least I know it was a bit weird, but I had fun. I'm still learning the format, obviously, and I'm liking this Doomsday deck. Although this match wasn't that sort of demonstrable on how this deck actually works. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you back for some more Vintage or Legacy stuff. Bye bye.